In this video, you'll learn how to set up your Dubsado account step by step so you can start booking clients on autopilot. To get started, head over to the settings by clicking the third icon. Under branding, here's where you add your logo, brand colors, and business info. Under portal, this is where you edit your client portal, add your message, and your brand colors. Use this link to have clients log into the portal, and if you want to add it to your website, you would use this embed code by creating a new page, then clicking the HTML block, and then pasting the code there. And then you can add a link to your footer for easy access. Under receive money, you connect your Square, Stripe, or PayPal account. Under invoices, this is where you add your tax column. You would check this box if you want to have the client's name show up on the invoice. Under emails, here's where you connect to your Google account, and you can send emails from inside Dubsado using your business email. Under integrations, here's where you can connect to Zapier or QuickBooks. For video conferencing, you could connect to your Google Calendar if you want to use Google Meet for calls. And I'll have links below for Zapier so you could know which zaps to use for Dubsado. Under general settings, you could turn these on so you're not overbooked. Under notifications, here's where you set up the alerts for your dashboard or for your email so you know when a client signs a contract, makes a payment, or if you need to approve a workflow. Your next step is to create a scheduler, and here's where clients could book a session, either free or paid. You can use one of these templates, or you can create your own by clicking Add Template. Under the Basic tab, you can add your name, duration, dates available, and a canned email response here. Under Advanced, you can add the buffer times, how many appointments per day, and you could redirect them to a page on your website after they book a session. For paid sessions, go under Advanced and make sure this is on so they can make the payment to secure the spot. Under Schedule Groups, this is going to be your landing page for all your schedulers. Add the name of the group here. Check which session you want to include for this group. And you would edit the email here. And this is the email they'll get after they book a session. And then under canned emails, here's where all your scripts and responses will be, such as welcome emails or payment reminders. You can edit any one of these to match your brand voice, or you can create a new one by clicking New Canned Response and copying and pasting, or starting from scratch from here. Make sure to add your initials in front of any one of these templates so it'll be easier to find later on. Here's where you create your email signature, and this will show up on all outgoing emails. Next up is to create a payment schedule. If your clients pay 50% deposit up front and a week before a project starts they pay the balance, you can use the 50-50, for example. This first one will be sent right after you send the invoice. And this one here, you can add it to send 7 days before the project date. You click here to add a reminder and type your initials to find your payment reminder. And then click Apply. And you can also edit the title of your payment schedule here. Next up is packages, where you add your services and what your clients will see on your invoice and proposal. Create a new one by clicking Add Package. Change the name up here. Click New Item and add the invoice name, what's included in your item, quantity, price, tax. Under discounts, here's where you could add your coupon code. and clients can use the code when they're making a payment. Now under forms, you have 5 types of forms: lead capture forms, proposals, questionnaires, contracts, and sub-agreements. All forms will have the same drag and drop settings here. You can add columns, Dropbox, date picker. You can click a box and it will show up automatically on the bottom, or you can drag it and drop it here. To add section headers, for example, you can drop images. Click on the element and drop your images here. To add services, you will click workflow, add your name to the service, apply it to a workflow, and click the plus sign. Under settings, you can choose expiration type, attach it to a workflow. You can add your thank you message here. Redirect them to any page on your website. You can choose a font size, and a color. If you're familiar with CSS, you can add the code block at the top of your form. And you can add your hex codes inside here. For the code blocks, you can only use them for the lead capture forms, questionnaires, and proposals. I will add a link below so you can learn more about the code blocks and how to add CSS. And once you're done creating your lead capture form, click share. Use this embed code and add it to your website, or you can use this link and add it to your emails. Next is proposals. This is where the invoice is generated by adding packages. To create something like this, you will click columns, pick 3 columns, and drag and drop packages here. And you can make any changes here. Under settings, you will add your expiration type. You'll click relative and add how many days this proposal will expire. Click show contract and show invoice, so they'll be able to make a payment and sign a contract right after they accept the proposal. You could pick your payment schedule here and change your styling here. And then next up, questionnaires. These will be your intake forms to gather all client information, request feedback, or testimonials. Same settings, you can drag and drop any one of these blocks. Under settings, you can choose expiration date and edit the styling here. Next is sub-agreements. Here's where you make changes to any contract you created, or you can use this for waivers or NDAs, statement of work. You add your signature area so they can sign from here. Under settings, it's the same thing. Pick expiration type and styling. And then now for contracts. These are the documents that make it official. Copy and paste your contract here. These are the smart fields. Click up here. And you'll be able to add a project info, client info, invoice, business, dates, and links. And these are all sample forms, but you can pick from the template library. And they are pre-made forms for any industry. So if you're a photographer, a VA, or a coach, you can pick from any one of these. Copy to account, and then you can start customizing from here. Now for workflows, under templates, click workflow. And here's where you start to automate all the things that you just set up. First thing will be to set up your office hours. To create a workflow, you add workflow. Next step, connect it to a payment schedule, and then add action. You can send an email, invoice, activate a portal, or start a workflow. For an example workflow, if you finished a project, you can send them a goodbye packet by sending email. Set it up to send it 2 days after project end date. Check this box if you want to manually approve it. And to add an email to send, you choose the please download your files and make any edits here. And you could add your link to your project folder so they can download everything. Then click apply. And to add another action, like adding a testimonial, you click to send a form. 7 days later, after all previous actions are complete, you will click your initials or the questionnaire, and then pick the email you want to send. Make sure to copy this here and paste it here so they can fill out the form, and then click apply. And then after you're done creating your workflows, don't forget to test it out to make sure everything looks good on your end. If you want to know what to include in your emails and client packets, I have some done for you templates and scripts and Canva graphics available inside the toolbox. You can use those and copy and add them to your forms. I will add the link below. The last thing we're going to do is head over to projects, where you'll be able to see all of your leads and clients. All your leads, which will be your prospects, will be here. Your jobs are going to be your clients, and these are clients that sign the contract and pay the invoice. You can manually add a project here by clicking new project, and any new lead that fills out the lead capture form will show up here. To add a new status, up here, click customize, add status, add your funnel name. This could be new inquiry, and all leads will show up here. For jobs, you could click add status again and name the funnel onboarding. And once a client signs their contract and pays the invoice, they'll show up here. You can edit columns. The ones you leave checked will be showing up on the projects page. And you can add tags. Use these to organize by types of clients and projects. For example, consulting, logo design, or VIP days. You could pick a project from here. On the left, there will be client and project info, tags and status, and the portal info. For custom mapped project fields, these are like the smart fields. If you need to add extra info that's not related to the project, like a client's birthday, you would use custom map fields. To set yours up, we'll go over to settings again, and then custom map field. And to create one for a client birthday, click create. The date type, and then save. For a project map field, you click create, and for instance, guests, so you'll know how many guests will be at the event. Click short answer and then save. And then under clients, you'll be able to see the birthday. Scroll down to add the birthday here. And for project, number of guests here. And it'll show up here. For emails, this is where you can view your inbox and send emails. Invoices, you can create and send invoices from here. Forms, you can add a new form. Appointments, you can view confirmed and pending appointments. You can schedule a new appointment. Workflows, you can attach a new workflow here. Under tasks, this is where you'll find your to-dos for the project. You can manually add your tasks here. Or if it's attached to a workflow, it'll be automatically added to your list here. Under notes, this is internal notes and call logs. Now from the dashboard, you'll be able to view all projects, invoices, and any upcoming events. And your to-do list will be right here. For reporting, project sources will be referrals, invoices, transactions, and reports. For tasks, you can view all your to-dos here. To add a task, click Add Task. To add a board, you can group all your tasks together here. This is kind of like what you do in Asana and Trello. So you can batch all your tasks together here. For utilities, form list, address book, and time tracker. To recap, after you fill in your info and settings, you set up your scheduler, then create your canned emails, create your packages and forms, and then build out your workflows. And don't forget to test out your workflows. And once you're done with the workflows, you could go back to the lead capture forms and embed that code to your website, or you can add direct links to your emails. And don't forget to attach the workflow to your lead capture forms. If you're a service provider and you need extra support setting up your Dubsado account, you can click the VIP Tech Day link below to learn how it can get you up and running in a day. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you have any questions.